Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Match Betting Chronicles. So, today I wanted to talk about pre-league trading, and I wanted to show you a trade where I've been probably quite fortunate, really, because at one point I thought I was in deep trouble, and that is Manchester City. So, before the season started, I actually laid Manchester City with a £300 stake at odds of 1.79. And the reason I did that is not because I thought Manchester City wouldn't win the league. It's because I expected them to be pushed quite closely by Liverpool. It's a long season. I thought at some point I will have the opportunity to trade out at maybe around evens and grab a small profit. So I was quite gutted when I saw Liverpool just having a bad result week after week. And I thought, okay, I might lose my full stake, and that was a liability of £237. And I was quite lucky that Arsenal, I didn't expect, Arsenal have been the ones who have been the one, pushing City, and of course they're in the lead at the moment. But I'll show you the chart, and basically, I got in probably somewhere around here on the graph, and for a long time I just never had the chance to trade out. And obviously, with Liverpool losing week after week, the odds on City actually went as low as 1.2. But of course, as Arsenal have been doing so well, City have started to drift. But now's the time where I'm thinking, should I be trading out? Because it's only going to take a few bad results from Arsenal, and these City odds are really going to shorten. So what happened on the weekend is Arsenal played first, and they lost to Everton, and the odds on City went from about here 2.5 or 2.6 to odds on. Luckily, Spurs managed to beat Manchester City, and the odds have drifted back out again straight away. I admit I was tempted to cash out my position after Arsenal lost to Everton, because although they'd have a game in hand, if Manchester City won that, they would have been just 2 points behind. So we can have a look at the league table. So at the moment, Manchester City 5 points behind because they both lost. But yeah, they would have been just 2 points behind, although Arsenal would have had a game in hand. But at that point, I think they'd have been really feeling the pressure. But I did a bit of research, and I found that Manchester City haven't beaten Spurs away from home in the league anyway for quite a long time. So I decided to sort of hold my position, and yeah, it was a good result for me. But now, I mean, I'm thinking about, should I just save myself the stress and cash out? Because if I click that cash out button, I've got a profit of £113.54 on that trade, which is like a third of my stake. So that's pretty good. But on the other hand, obviously, there's a lot of allegations against City now about this financial fair play stuff. So I'm also tempted to stay in, because that must be causing some stress within the Manchester City camp. So potentially that could lead to some discontent and affect their results, basically. So do I hang in there for my full stake, for the full win, for the full £300, or do I play safe and cash out now? It's certainly a question, because I'll tell you what, playing safe on Arsenal has cost me quite a bit, because although it looks like I'm going to lose £760 and 12 pence if Arsenal win the league, that's not actually the case. First of all, my liability on Arsenal winning is £1,000 and 60, but I did have a bet on the bookies pre-season as well when Arsenal were odds of 40, and I put a stake of 40 quid on. And that's because I thought Arsenal were going to start well, and I thought I'd be able to, again, trade out for a little bit of profit. Of course, I never expected them to do this well. I mean, how I wish I just held, but I didn't want to risk my stake. I put on £40, and, you know, I didn't want to lose that. And I thought Arsenal would eventually, you know, start going on the losing run, but they haven't. So I'll show you what I did. Yep, I backed £40 at odds of 40, and I waited for Arsenal to have a good start, which they did. And then I got nervous around this point. I thought, how much longer can they keep doing this? And City were in fantastic form at the time as well, with Haaland just looking unstoppable at that time. So I decided to lock in some profit. Now, I should have laid £118.52 to guarantee £78.50 profit. But what I decided to do is, because I thought you never know what's going to happen. They could, you know, it could be like another Leicester. So I thought I'll underlay. So I laid £85, which guarantees me a profit of £45. But if Arsenal do win the league, I'm actually going to get a profit of £497.50. So you know, I've been cheering Arsenal every game. I really, really hope they do it, because it will win me my Man City lay, and it will get me some profit on this. So yeah, I consider myself very fortunate to be in this position, because I got it wrong, basically. I thought Liverpool were going to be the ones to push them, and it would be a close title race between Man City and Liverpool. Anyway, that's that. I've also this trade hasn't worked out very well. If we go into this for a minute, Paris PSG, I laid them before the league started at odds of 1.13, very low odds. So I put £500, and I'm risking £65 basically. If they win the league, I lose £65. Then I think that £65 is pretty much gone. Again, you know, I think Lens won the league last year, so I was kind of hoping that, you know, I was hoping that PSG would drop some points, but they've been on really good form. It looks like their team has really gelled this year. So yeah, I might as well leave this. I mean, if I cash this out now, you know, I could back for odds of 107. I'm basically going to lose £45 instead of £65. So I'll save myself 20 quid if I cash out now. But yeah, it's I don't think it's worth it really. I'll just stay in and hope it's not the end of the world if I lose that 65. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this, because I think obviously trading this way is quite dangerous. Obviously, if Arsenal were not challenging Manchester City, I'd stand to lose £237 right now. But there's also opportunity here, isn't there? Can make a lot of money doing it this way. But I think timing is crucial, and you need to be reasonably sure that you will get an opportunity to trade out. With the Manchester City trade, I'm very lucky that Arsenal are on good form. If not, yeah, as I said before, that money's gone. But yeah, I never expected to be in this kind of position. I just would have been happy sort of trading out for sort of 30 or 40 quid profit on that, when I expected Liverpool to be close to them. Anyway, guys, hope that's been useful, and thanks for listening. See you next time.